Howdy, Simmers. In my book Lover's Apartment video, I asked you guys to give me some suggestions of builds to do because I'm in a bit of a building rut, and one of you guys actually suggested that I do a jewelry store, and I liked that idea, but I decided to kind of bring it up a notch. So what I ended up actually doing is building a 3-story fashion store, and the first floor ends up being the jewelry store that was originally recommended to me. And I had to take some creative liberties with the second and third floor. So the second floor ends up being a clothing store. We get some of those like clothing racks from high school years that you see in like the thrift and boba tea store. And then the top floor is like some kind of styling salon, basically. We use the hair and makeup chair from Get Famous and also this like pedestal thing that your Sims stand on to change into costumes and stuff. You'll see it later on. But I originally wanted to make this into just like a basic retail store using Get to Work. And then I was like, but businesses and hobbies, I think, is still a big thing right now. And I also think that people like that system a lot better than Get to Works. So we just roll with it. And I end up making this a small business venue on the gallery, but it is meant as a business residential. So if you download this, you will have to make some adjustments because your Sims can't live on small business venues. It has to be residential in order to even register it as a small business, but you know, it is what it is. I did what I could. It's in the description on the actual build on the gallery, so you know what it's supposed to be. But this gave me the opportunity to actually build in Nordhaven, however you pronounce it, because I haven't done a lot of builds in this world yet, and also the only build that I have done in this world was more on the industrial side of the world. I wanted something that kind of fit this more, I don't know, traditional style, I guess. I don't know what the style of this side of the world is, but I wanted to kind of channel that a little bit more, and I don't do a lot of builds where I actually kind of mimic the style of the surrounding neighborhoods, so I gave that a go today, and I liked it. But I really made this into like a residential business thing because I had this huge bump out on the side to fit with the rest of the world style. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna put in here. So we might as well just make it into some kind of living situation. So that's what inspired that. So we're working on the jewelry store portion right now. And another part of why I wanted to do this as a like small business instead of using the get to work retail system was because I did not want to go around having to like price every item individually. So I just put down these shelves, which I feel make more sense in an actual small business situation than a just normal retail. But they still need to be, like, set as a price, but that's something you guys can do in your own game if you download the build, because I'm not messing with it. So, we use a lot of crystal creations in here because obviously it's a jewelry store and all of the jewelry stuff came with crystal creations. But we also have just some basic like crystal cuttings as well. We had like a gnome. I put one of the seeds on there as well, and yeah. And I think it ended up being really nice. But we are moving to the second floor now. We are in our clothing store, and every store in here has kind of a different color scheme. So downstairs was like really pink. Up here we have more of kind of an orangey tone mixed with a little bit of extra color because I just thought that would be fun, you know? So I get quite a few clothing racks around, even though it doesn't really matter. And also, this is completely decorative and not functional in any way, but we have like a shelf of shoes in here as well, kind of just fitting in with that clothing store theme. And we have a lot of mirrors in here too. So I can't tell you which one of these stores is my favorite because I think they're all kind of nice. Like, I love the jewelry store downstairs. My only issue is that there's not a lot of color going on with the actual jewelry because I had to pull up that stuff out from Debug, and Debug has like one form of everything and it's like clear white. So because you're supposed to actually make this stuff using different gems that you find around the world, and I don't know how many combinations there are for that, but there's a lot, which is why they don't have those individual ones selected in debug, but it's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, I am going around adding some curtains, and then I think we're about to move to the upstairs. I get a little bit of art on the walls. It's really hard trying to find art that's like dedicated to a shop, especially when it's not from businesses and hobbies. But like no one ever thinks to just put like fashion posters or anything in the catalog. Like I feel like I would need custom content for that, and that would have to be like very specific stuff. But anyway, we've moved up to the final floor in this build, and here we have all the Get Famous like makeup and hair chairs and that like pedestal thing I was telling you about. I don't know if it's actually called a pedestal, but I can't think of what else it's called. A platform thing. Anyway, but this is where you'd come up here if your Sims want like a new look or something. So, yeah, I spent a lot of time on just this portion of the build alone, and then we end up getting to the actual residential house part, but this was like the main focus of the full build, so I wanted to spend a lot of time on this. We utilized the new string lights a little bit here with just this particular build, or I guess this particular store, just because we had the room for it. And I know the window placement on this is really weird. Don't worry about it. I had to make some adjustments to the windows as I went along with just what I was putting down, and it's okay. Even IRL, like, window placement's kind of questionable on some things. Some windows in, like, actual houses and such aren't even the same height. I don't know if you guys ever go around looking at, like, houses in your towns or whatever and just notice the little things like that. As a builder, that is something that I have kind of honed in on as I, like, go about my daily life and pass through pass through town and just yeah. Anyway, we're at the house now, and I basically treat this as kind of a loft situation. It's a one bedroom, one bathroom, which ideally, because this would be like a small business kind of thing, you have three different stores. I think you'd want three different Sims kind of running this place. So ideally, you'd want three Sims in your household. This is not equipped for three Sims in the household. At max two. At max two, okay? Yeah, but we have a little bathroom just here against the stairs, which I don't know why, but I feel like this is the most effective thing you could do with a stair situation is just building a bathroom kind of around that form. Particularly when you have the stairs kind of curved, I guess. Not really curved, but you know how that is. You know how the stairs work in this game. So when they're not just like a straight line, the best thing you can do is to kind of have a bathroom form around it. We have a very small kitchen. There's no dining situation in here, not really. There is like a little outdoor dining situation in the back, but inside, all you got is a couch, which is fine. I actually really like how the house came out. It's a very small space, but I kind of think it's cute. And yeah, I got this new sconce from the sleek bathroom kit that I thought would just be like perfect to put above the couch because it has a little like I don't know, chain that you can pull on there. And I thought that kind of makes sense. If you're sitting on the couch, you want to turn the light off, there's no lamp, just pull the string and then the sconce goes off, which is not a thing in The Sims. There's no actual like animation for that, but it's okay. And then upstairs is just a bedroom. It's fully open. I don't close off anything. This is kind of the loft situation that I mentioned. So it's not really a loft, but you go upstairs, you walk directly into the bedroom. It's not very private. And I like the bedroom as well. I feel like I could have done a little more in here, but I didn't. We got the dresser, a mirror. There is a bookshelf in here, and also a desk with a computer. But I probably could have put a little more by the stairs if I really wanted to. I just couldn't think at this point. Like, I think I spent like 2 hours on this build or so, and a majority of that was just working on the actual business portion. Are businesses and hobbies like still a big thing right now? Is this pack still really popular? Let me know. Has it already died out after, I don't know, when did we get this? Was it 2 months ago? A month ago? I have no idea. I've lost track of time at this point and so much content all at once. But yeah, we are getting close to the end, actually. I don't do a lot of landscaping on this build because I did put down like a giant concrete slab underneath the whole build to kind of make it blend in more. I should say, I did build this on what was a starter home lot originally. I believe the lot was like the Torget house, Torget house. I have no idea how it's pronounced, but there's a little starter home in this area that's usually here, and I just completely replaced it with this. But you can see we have that little backyard area. There's not much going on. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the game, and I will show it to you live, I guess. So here's the build. I think that I did pretty good at kind of making it blend in with the surrounding world. It's not exact, obviously, but it's pretty close. So we're gonna actually start in the main part of the build, which is the store. And it's got two little signs on the front, one for the jewelry store, the other for kind of the salon and clothing. There's not really like a clothing only option for the signs, so that was the best option that I could find still. But we come through here and we enter into the jewelry store, which I think is really, really cute. I know I said before that I couldn't really like pick a favorite store, but I do think that I really like the jewelry store the most, honestly. It's just so nice. The vibes in here are really, I don't know, quiet, I guess. It just seems very fancy, even though it's really not. I think what helps are these like large paintings that I put up from the Modern Luxe kit. It's just so cute, and also this carpet, like the Modern Luxe kit, I think, made everything better. But we're gonna go ahead and head up the stairs here to our clothing store. So we come up here, and we've got the clothing racks here. Yeah, I really like all the colors. That is like the main thing here, is just the color scheme in here I feel is very chill. And we've got that custom shoe rack. Yes, stuff is floating. It's fine. So many mirrors, by the way. So many. Honestly, I swear the shoes looked better when I put them on here. They did not look like they were floating this high. Okay, anyway. That's the clothing store. We're gonna go up this last set of stairs to our salon. And our camera's going to move a little bit quicker now that we're up on the highest floor. But we've got the nice little string lights here with a couple of pictures. And then we have 3 hair and makeup chairs and 2 pedestals. So definitely giving small business still, but I really like it. I think this whole place is really chill. So we're going to go back downstairs, and I'm actually just going to do it like this because I'm lazy. So back out to the front, we have our front entrance here for the house. There's a little mailbox here. I swear we got a new one with like businesses and hobbies that goes on the wall, and I can't find it. So we have this one from Snowy Escape. There we go. I can't ever remember that pack. I'm sorry. Okay, so coming through here, we have our living room right up here. I think it's really cute. It's definitely on the smaller side, but I really like it. We've got the kitchen over here. Through this door over here is our bathroom. So it's just a little shower and then the sink and toilet. I really love building shower nooks. It's just a nice little space for a shower to go. It's cool. All right, and then coming out here, we have our little makeshift backyard. It's not really anything fancy. We have the sitting area here, a couple of planters, and then the outdoor trash can. And then if we come back through the living room, we have the stairs over here, and these lead up to the bedroom. So you come up these stairs, you've got the dresser and the mirror, little bookshelf, and then here you go. So I'm really happy with how this turned out, honestly. I think everything about this place is really cute. And again, I love the store portion of this, especially the jewelry store. I think is just really, really nice. But yeah, that is the build for you guys. The build is available for you guys on the gallery. It's called the Fashion District, and you can find it under TheSimmingKoalaa with 2 A's at the end. That is my gallery ID. It's always in the description if you guys ever want to download anything for me. And like I said, I did put it in the description on here that this is meant to be a business residential. And also there's already a comment on here. It says, it looks like one random building was stolen from Amsterdam and placed into a sim world. And that's a compliment. I love it. So thank you for that. But yeah, if you want to download this, it's up on the gallery for you guys now. To the person that suggested I build a jewelry store, thank you so much. I had a lot of fun with this build, and I'm still in a bit of a building rut, so if anyone does have suggestions for what to build next, definitely leave those in the comments. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope that you guys like this build, but with that, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials. Links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.